Hey, welcome to Neversink Farm, and I want to talk about, I'm in here and I'm lowering tomatoes, about spacing. And it's a few different spacings we'll talk about. One is the wickets. I like 20 inches. That way there's not a lot of bend in between the vine hitting each wicket. I think it's a really good spacing. Depending on how closely you have your tomatoes, that's like 1 wicket per tomato plant. The other one is spacing between plants. And while that's, based on your soil, your preferences, your bed width, one thing you want to keep in mind is when you're lowering tomatoes, when they're really, really close, right? And this is the most problematic if you have a problem with tomatoes falling off, this is usually the reason why. And that's because plants are close together and the leaves from one plant, right, is growing through the vine of the next plant, right? Just like that, right? When they're close. And then when you lower it, that branch just starts pulling the tomatoes off. And it's annoying. You have this beautiful thing of tomatoes and they're falling on the ground. So if that's already a problem, what I do is when I see it, before I lower it, I just cut the leaf, right? And cut them apart, right? So if it's grabbing on, I just cut the leaf off so that when I'm lowering it and I feel that tension, right? So I'll give this one a lower. I got my thumb on it like I've showed you in other videos, giving it control, and then I start to feel it grabbing on something, right? And I'm like, where's it grabbing? Right here, right? So I've got my scissors and I say, hey, let go of those tomatoes. I say, hey, let go of those tomatoes, and then I just cut that leaf off. You see, it was holding on to that tomatoes, right? And then I put it back, throw my lowering, right? You want to feel that tension, and just cut the leaf, because if you try to detangle it, you could just rip tomatoes off yourself, right? And the leaf isn't worth it. Okay. So there we go, nice and lowered. Put on my clip. And now I'm going to take my leaves off. Okay. Okay, so I can see all the tomatoes that didn't fall off. Okay. All right. So the spacing is, what I'm talking about is just so they don't grab onto each other and you get nice airflow. I know it's hard to waste space in a hoop house, but I kind of like having the space so that they don't grab onto each other. Everything's really healthy, getting enough ground, getting enough water, everything else. All right, so thanks for watching.